Hey y'all, it's Bree with Arco Iris Ranch. It is now the end of September and it is time for our September garden tour. In the last garden tour, I didn't have my new front flower bed, so this time I am going to start with the pretty flowers and then we'll move on in and I'll show you the vegetables. I wish I had some pretty flowers to show you, but at the moment I don't. We are about to have some really pretty ones though. This right here is my head over heels passion hibiscus. It's done pretty good here since we got it planted, so I'm pretty happy with it. The sweet potato vine is way bigger than when I first planted it. These things seem to do pretty good in our area. Moving on over, we have a celosia. I do have a gardenia right here. I think it's dead. I'm not going to completely give up on it just yet. Back here I have two of the Kung Fuchsia phlox. I also think those are dead, but I'm not going to give up on them either yet. And then right over here we have three balloon flowers. This one has a flower right there. They aren't looking the best, but I did move them. They might still be in shock, so we'll see how those do. Then I have my ornamental onion. This one, when it was blooming, it was so pretty, but now, even though the flowers are dead, they still look kind of cool, so I'm going to leave them. I have another little sweet potato vine that I thought was completely dead in the pot that I had thrown in the shed, but it randomly popped up, so I put it in here and it's doing okay. I have another celosia right there. This is one of my new butterfly bushes. I forgot the variety of it, but it has like really pretty lavender flowers on it. You can kind of see a flower right there. My echinacea, my double scoop mandarin, unfortunately, it's not doing too good. I'm gonna leave it, hopefully it comes back, but there are a few good leaves down there. I have another celosia. Back here I have a lily of the Nile. It's really, really pretty, but the blooms are starting to look like they are fading. That one's new. This one right here is my Pavonia rock plant. You can see a couple of the flowers right down there. These ones, when they're fully open, they look like mini hibiscus flowers. This is our little garden friend right there. She's been in the garden for a while now. Not gonna mess with her though. There is also a dahlia way down in there, but it's hard to see. Then next to it, I have my two salvia plants. I popped in a petunia down there. And then growing on our trellis is our passion vine flower. We have a fruit right there. And we actually do have a flower that's open. Beautiful. And it's growing, and it's gone about halfway up the trellis so far. Moving on to the other side of the trellis, I have another petunia down there. I have two more salvias. That dahlia is not looking very good. Then I have three mums. This hibiscus hasn't had any flowers on it for a while, and it's gotten a lot of damage from those little guys right there. But it had leaves going all the way up, and it did have a bunch of pretty flowers on it. But luckily it did throw some seed pods, so I was able to collect seeds from it. This sweet potato vine isn't doing as good as the one on the other side, but it's still growing. Back here I have a purple aster flower. I think those are really pretty. Then I have my Gara. This one has some blooms on it right here. And then over here on the end. I didn't think this zinnia was going to make it, but it has, and it's really pretty. There was another one there and back there, but those two did not make it. This one is my purple lantana. And then right next to it is my white lantana that I got for 25 cents at the clearance section of Lowe's. It has grown pretty big. Now my Duranta Sweet Memories, it's not doing too good. I'm not quite sure why it's turning this yellow color, so I need to do some research on that one. And then the last plant over here is another sweet potato vine. So I am pretty happy with how my flower bed has turned out. I'm loving it. Now let's go in. I did remove all the buckets that were right here. I wasn't really happy with the way they looked, so I went ahead and just got rid of them. And the peppers that were in there didn't do very good. This is the last time you're going to see these zinnias for this season. They're looking pretty rough. But what I'm doing is I'm waiting till they go to seed, and then I'm going to collect all the seeds out of these. That one's almost ready. So this is the bed that I'm calling my scarlet bed. And the reason why is right here I have my scarlet runner beans. Looks like 3 of the 5 or 6 that I put in there have started growing. And then I have this trellis right here for them to grow on once they get bigger. Over here we have our scarlet Nantes carrots. I planted those really thick. This is my first time planting carrots, and I'm definitely going to have to go in and thin those for sure. This one right here, these 2 rows are my pink Swiss chard. These ones are doing pretty good, but I also need to do some thinning on those. But they're looking pretty healthy. And then there are 2 rows right here, but they're kind of hard to see. This is our scarlet kale, but they're growing. There's some little ones right there, and then there's a little one right there as well. But that one right there is doing really good. And then, like I said, once these go to seed, I will pull these out, and then I have some scarlet beets that I want to plant over here and possibly something else. Over here behind me, we have 5 of the Lieutenant broccolis. These ones are getting eaten pretty bad from those cabbage worms. I think is what they're called. I don't know if they have any on them right now. I've been pulling them off. I don't spray anything, so I was hoping I could show y'all what it looks like. But they're basically just little teeny tiny green, lime green caterpillars. And so just when you see those, pull those off. This one was a broccoli, however, it got eaten. So it is now a snow crown cauliflower. I'm also dealing with ants in this corner as well, but they don't seem to be affecting the cauliflower. So we'll leave them alone for now. And then we have several rows over here. You can see them right here, 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 and here. Those are all rainbow carrots. See the little carrot leaf right there. And then on this side of the bed, you can also see the different rows here. These are all atomic purple carrots. And I did leave some of the marigolds in there, just haven't pulled them out yet. Over here, we have 2 Ruby Perfection cabbages. There's that one right there, and that one right there. And then over here in the middle, we have a Golden Cross cabbage. I just think these are so pretty, and I can't wait for them to get bigger. That was a strawberry plant that unfortunately that's where the bunnies were. So I didn't water them because I didn't want them to drown. So unfortunately that one died. But this one's doing really, really good, and it's sending out lots of runners. So I'm happy about that. Over here, I have 2 volunteer zinnias. Can't wait to see what those look like. They're going to be some kind of pink color because that's the only colors that I grew. And then over here, I do have a bunch of bull's blood beets. I separated these, and they did not look good. I thought they were going to all be completely dead, but they are standing back up, so we'll see if those make it. These were my dahlias that I haven't seen blooms on in a very long time. There's that one, and there's that one right there. Dahlias didn't do too good for me this year after the first bloom. That is a strawberry plant right there. Over here, my cilantro is not doing very good. This is my pepper bed. It has grown pretty big. We have this pepper right there that I'm not even sure what kind it is. And then this one right here in the middle is an Anaheim pepper, and it's pretty tall. This one right here was supposed to be a banana pepper, but it is a green bell pepper. Got lots of habaneros on here. Can't wait for those to be done. This one is also a habanero plant, but as you can see, it's not doing as good as the other one. Looks like possibly some grasshopper damage on that one. The two most prolific pepper plants that I have are my cayenne long skinnies. I have picked so many of these peppers, and there are still so many on here. And this is one plant right here. It's pretty tall. It's almost as tall as I am. And this is another plant right here. But it just has peppers everywhere. And it still has some more flowers too. But I'm pretty happy with the peppers. I am going to be doing a video soon on what to do with all the cayenne peppers. I have so many, and I expect to still get a lot more. Over here I have 6 Bonnie hybrid cabbages. That one's getting pretty big. This one also had some damage from the caterpillars. None on it right now. This is the same thing, but it's not getting very big. They were a little bit smaller than this when we first got them, when we first planted them. So you can see the other ones have grown pretty good. We planted salad mix lettuce back there. We have that one growing right there. And then we planted the little Jim lettuce right here. And we have one there, there, and there. And then I'm about to pull out all these tomatillos. I have gotten so many off of these plants, but I am definitely done with tomatillos. So that's the last you'll see of those. And then I did get a strawberry plant from my parents since they're getting ready to move. So I went ahead and brought that home. I want to get it planted somewhere else, but for now it's just going to stay there. Yeah, pretty happy with how the garden is looking. This is our first fall garden. This is our first year gardening at all, and I am addicted. I'm definitely loving it for sure. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.